washed them, then she dried them over a fire of amber coal. And all my life I ne'er did see a maid so sweet about the soul. Pluck fella tora Laura laddie, whack fella tora Laura lay. Whack fella tora Laura laddie, whack fella tora Laura lay. As I walk back through Dublin City at the hour of 8:30, who should I see but the Spanish lady combing her hair in broad daylight. First she tossed it, then she brushed it. On her lap was a silver comb. In all my life I ne'er did see a maid so fair as a Spanish lady. Whack fella tora Laura laddie, whack fella tora Laura lay. Whack fella tora Laura laddie, whack fella tora Laura lay. As I walked back through Dublin City as the sun began to set, who should I see but the Spanish lady catching a moth in a golden net. First she spied me, then she fled me, hitching her petticoat over her knee. In all my life I ne'er did see a maid so shy as a Spanish lady. Whack fella tora Laura laddie, whack fella tora Laura lay. Whack fella tora Laura laddie, whack fella tora Laura lay. Whack fella tora Laura laddie, whack fella tora Laura lay. Whack fella tora Laura laddie, whack fella tora Laura lay. Thank you. You know, y'all are the best people to be at this pub with right now. I like the 3 o'clock crowd. I know you guys get it. This is a song by the Pogues. Thank you. One summer evening, drunk to hell, I sat there nearly lifeless. An old man in the corner sang where the water lilies grow. And on the jukebox Johnny sang about a thing called love. And it's how are you, kid, and what's your name, and how did you bloody know? In blood and death 'neath the streaming sky I lay down on the ground, and the arms and legs of other men were scattered all around. Some cursed, some prayed, then cursed, then prayed and bled some more. But the only thing that I could see was a pair of brown eyes that was looking at me. But when we got back, labeled parts 1 to 3, there's no pair of brown eyes waiting for me. And I'll rove and I'll rove and I'll rove and I'll go for a pair of brown eyes. I looked at him, he looked at me, all I could do was hate him, while Ray and Philomena sang of my elusive dreams. I saw the streams, the rolling hills where his brown eyes were wanting, and I thought about a pair of brown eyes that waited once for me. So drunk to hell I left the place, sometimes crawling, sometimes walking. A hungry sound came across the breeze, so I gave the walls a talking. And I heard the sounds of long ago from the old canal, and the birds were whistling in the trees where the wind was gently laughing. And I'll rove and I'll rove and I'll rove and I'll go. I'll rove and I'll rove and I'll rove and I'll go. I'll rove and I'll rove town they call Belfast. Apprentice to trade I was bound, and a many a night of sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town. When a sad misfortune came over me and drove me to stray from the land, far away from my friends and companions, right on by the black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up in a black velvet band. I took a stroll down Broadway, meaning not long for to stay, when who should I see but this pretty fair maid come a-traipsing along the highway. She was both fair and handsome, her neck it was just like a swan, and the very first thing that I thought was bad luck to this black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up in a black velvet band. I took a stroll with this pretty fair maid and a gentleman passing us by. Well, I knew that she meant the doing of him by the look in her roguish black eye. A gold watch she took from his pocket and placed it right into my hand, and the very first thing that I knew was I was bound for Van Diemen's Land. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up in a black velvet band. Before the judge and the jury, next morning I had to appear, and the judge, he says to me, young man, your apprentice, it really is clear, was to give you 7 years penal servitude. You served all away from the land, far away from your friends and companions, tied up by that black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up in that black velvet band. Thank you. Woo! How's everybody feeling out there? This is a good St. Patrick's Day. The sun is out. It's Friday. Let's have a good time. Oh, we're having a good time. Whiskey in a jar. That is quite literally the next one on my list. As I was crossing over the far famed Kerry Mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his